The madness of March is officially here. On Sunday night, and after weeks of intense anticipation, 68-team brackets for the men's and women's NCAA tournaments were unveiled, setting the stage for what should be a beautifully frenetic 3-week stretch leading up to the respective Final Fours and national championship games. While women's college basketball lost several famous faces after last season, most notably Iowa superstar and Division I all-time leading scorer Caitlin Clark, there will be plenty of intrigue surrounding the NCAA tournament this season. Can Dawn Staley and South Carolina successfully repeat as national champions? How far can Juju Watkins, Clark's heir as the brightest star in the sport, carry her USC team? Can No. 1 UCLA make its first ever Final Four? And, once there, win a national title? Can standout guard Paige Bueckers and UConn add another award to the massive trophy case the Huskies have built up under legendary coach Gino Auriemma? Who will be the small school upstarts and Cinderellas that will pull off stunning upsets and capture millions of hearts across the country? Here's a look at which teams in the women's NCAA tournament have the best opportunities at scoring an upset. Most likely upsets in women's March Madness bracket. Perhaps above all else, the NCAA tournament on both the men's and women's side is defined by upsets. Here are a few games in which a team seeded 11th or lower has a good opportunity to pull out a victory as an underdog. No. 11 George Mason over No. 6 Florida State. This wouldn't be the first time a George Mason basketball team has picked up a big March win as a number 11 seed. Even though this Patriots team almost certainly won't make a Final Four like their male counterparts did in 2006, they're peaking at the right time, with 15 victories in their past 17 games in the respectable Atlantic 10. No. 12 Green Bay over No. 5 Alabama. The Phoenix brought back 6 of their top 7 scorers from a team that went 27-7 and made the NCAA tournament last season. This year, they're even better, at 29-5 and riding a 22-game win streak. No. 12 Fairfield over No. 5 Kansas State. Not only are the Stags hot, with 22 wins in their past 23 games, but they're getting a reeling opponent. The Wildcats have lost 4 of their past 6 games after a 24-3 start. NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament Sleeper Picks. Here's a group of teams that have the potential not only to win a game, but pull off unexpected victories in the second round and beyond against top seeds that could throw brackets into chaos. No. 11 Iowa State. It has been a disappointing season for the Cyclones, a preseason top 10 team that's 22-11 heading into the tournament. Still, this is a group that has its top 3 scorers, led by star center Audi Crooks, back from a squad that nearly upset number 1 seed Stanford in the second round last season. No. 8 Cal. The Golden Bears racked up 25 wins during the regular season, which included victories against ranked squads like NC State and Alabama. They may not be able to pull off the upset, but Coach Sharman Smith's team could at the very least give old Pac-12 mate USC a scare in the second round. No. 7 Vanderbilt. There are few, if any, scoring tandems in the country more dynamic than Michaela Blakes and Camille Pierre, who combined to average 43.7 points per game. That kind of offensive punch could give anyone fits, including number 2 seed Duke in a potential second-round matchup, who will win the NCAA women's basketball tournament. Unlike at many different points over the past 2 decades, the women's NCAA tournament doesn't have some domineering Goliath that everyone else in the field is chasing. Still, there's a handful of squads who stand out as favorites entering March Madness. UCLA is 30-2 this season, with its only 2 losses coming against USC. That gaudy record includes wins against top 20 teams like South Carolina, USC, Ohio State, Maryland and Baylor. If the Bruins can manage to avoid the Trojans, nobody else in the country has shown they can beat them. And even if they do draw Watkins and USC in the Final Four, they can win that, too, just as they did in the Big Ten Tournament Championship game. Despite losing key pieces like Camila Cardozo, South Carolina has continued to be one of the country's best teams and still has several important players who were on last year's national championship squad, a group that includes Milasia Fulwiley, Tehina Paupau and Chloe Kitts. Add in star freshman Joyce Edwards and the Gamecocks are right in the thick of the national title race. USC has lost just 3 times this season, with 2 of those setbacks coming against top 10 teams. As brilliant as Watkins has been, the Trojans have more than just her, with forward Kiki Iriafen averaging 18.2 points and 8.3 rebounds per game.